Welcome back, students. Are you with me again? Teacher Ashton, your Health 7. Last meeting, we tackled about the first lesson in Unit 1 of your module, which all about holistic health. This time, we are going to discuss Lesson 2, which all about stage of growth and development. So before we start discussing the lesson, let's talk about first these two terms. What is growth and what is development? Alam ko medyo nalilito kayo, pero alamin natin kung ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba nila. Let's see. So growth, process of increasing in physical size. Ibig sabihin ito yung paglaki ng ating tangkad at bigat ng ating katawan. So ito ay physical na pagbabago. So on the other hand, development process that result to certain changes. So kasama na dito ay ang pagbabago ng ugali. Papaano tayo gumalaw at papaano yung nararamdaman natin sa ibang tao o sa sarili natin. So ngayon, naintindihan nyo na ba ang pinagkaiba ng growth and development? Now, we are ready to discuss the 9 different stages of growth and development, which we can also call our life cycle. Come on, let's start. Before we start, I would like you to get a picture of you when you were a baby and your current picture. So what are the differences can you observe when you were a baby and now? You are correct. There are many differences, especially in the physical aspects and your different abilities. Let us now discuss the different stages of growth and development of human being. So this is the beginning stage of human life or the early period of existence. So a newly born child represents the sense of hope. So sa panahong ito, nakadepende lamang tayo sa ating mga magulang, kapatid o nag-aalaga sa atin dahil hindi pa naman natin kaya ang ating sarili. So a baby forms a basic attitude with trust or mistrust. So nagkakaroon ng tiwala ang isang sanggol kapag nakatanggap ito ng sapat na pagmamahal at pag-aalaga. So nagkakaroon naman sila ng pag-aalangan sa pagtitiwala kapag walang sapat na pagmamahal at pag-aalaga mula sa mga taong nakapaligid sa kanila. So the second one is the early childhood. Sila yung mga edad 1 hanggang 3 taon. So this stage represents playfulness. So they learn things by doing things themselves like climbing, touching, and exploring. So when they engage in this kind of activity, they create a new world. Also, they embody the principle of innovation and transformation. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, parang sobrang malikot at makulit sila dahil marami silang gustong matutunan at malaman. So parents should develop a sense of autonomy by encouraging them to try new things or skill na hindi dapat ipahiya ng magulang o sino man ang bata kapag siya ay nagkamali dahil baka maging mahiyain at mawalan siya ng tiwala sa sarili. So matatakot na rin siyang gumawa at sumubok ng mga bagay-bagay. Children in this stage moves from simple self-control to developing his or her ability to take initiative. He or she learns to plan, undertake, and carry out a task through a play. So sa panahon na ito, mas nagkakaroon na ng control sa kanyang sarili. So, parents can develop initiative by giving them freedom to play, ask questions, use their imaginations, and to choose the activity they want to perform. So, kung hindi bibigyan ng kalayaan at lagi na lang pupunahin ang mga ginagawa ng mga bata o ng bata, makakaramdam siya ng kawalan ng gana o kusa sa paggagawa. So in this stage, the children is more exposed to people outside his or her home, which will introduce him or her to a whole new series of challenges. So, ang mga taong tinutukoy dito ay pwede ang kanyang guro, kaklase o kaibigan na may importanteng parte sa paghubog ng kanyang ugali. So a child at this stage acquire new valuable skills needed in the society. He or she belongs not only at home but also in school. So, mas ginaganahan silang pag-igihan ang kanilang ginagawa kapag nakakatanggap sila ng papuri at nakakaramdam din sila ng panlalait sa sarili kapag hindi pinapansin ang kanilang mga ginagawa. So next is adolescents, those who are aged 12 to 18. So during this stage, the body changes at a very fast rate. So these changes affect the way he or she feels, behaves, and thinks about himself or herself and other people. So it is a turbulent time for many adolescents because they are caught between childhood and adulthood. So maraming kakaibang pagsubok. So, ang pagbabago sa mental at physical ay nagdadala ng pagbabago sa kanilang pakiramdam, katawan at paningin sa kanilang buhay. So, an adolescent must build his or her consistent identity out of her perception and relationship with others. So, nagkakaroon ng pagkalito sa kanyang parte sa komunidad, pakiramdam at kung saan siya nabibilang kapag hindi niya nabuo ang kanyang sarili. So this stage represent a significant milestone of reconnecting to an individual's inner real for life. So transition to adulthood, 18 to 30 years old. In this stage in the life of an individual, he or she prioritizes more about his or her family, career, and the society. So, mas porsigido ang taong nandito sa ganitong edad kapag nakikita niyang nagagawa niya ang gusto niyang gawin. So, pag nakahanap ng tahanan at makakasama sa buhay o pagkakaroon ng magandang relasyon sa mga tunay na kaibigan. So at this stage, he or she must establish closeness with someone or some people to feel cared for and secure. Kasi kung hindi, so magiging mapag-isa siya at magiging malungkot dahil mararamdaman niya na walang nag-aalaga sa kanya. So at this stage, a person's health becomes a major concern. So ang kanyang kalusugan ay apektado ng kanyang kasiyahan at pagkilala sa kanyang sarili. So because of the growing awareness of the life-changing health effects of stress and challenges in life, so an individual focuses more on knowing his or her inner self. So sa panahong ito, ay tinatawag ding kalagitnaan ng buhay at mas nag-iisip na ang isang tao sa mas malalim na kahulugan ng buhay. So the second adulthood, 45 to 70 years old. A person in this stage is expected to have raised his/her own family, established himself or herself in his or her undertaking, and has become a contributor to the improvement of humanity by the volunteerism, advisorship, and others. So, mas magbibigay pansin na siya sa kapakanan ng iba at sa komunidad. Other benefits from his or her compassion, also they learn from his or her example of giving more of oneself to another. So the last one is late adulthood, or those aged 70 years old and up. So in the last stage of a person's life, he or she is in the time where he reflect more on how or he lives in his or her life. So lagi niyang tinitignan ang kanyang naging buhay, kung naging maayos ba o hindi, depende sa mga nagawa niyang desisyon. So the previous stages in his life are like bases for achieving successful aging. So if a person live productively and responsibly, he will develop a sense of morality. So, did you understand every stages of a person's growth and development? So lagi nating tandaan na hindi tayo pare-pareho ng bilis ng pagbabago. So may mabilis at mayroon din namang mabagal. So ang mahalaga ay meron tayong kagustuhan na magbago sa tamang paraan. So before we finish this lesson, I want you to answer this question. So what stage of growth and development are you in now? So are the descriptions for this stage true in your case? So explain your answer briefly. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned a lot. So see you next time. I am Teacher Ashton. Goodbye and God bless.